Pokemon Platinum. Forgive me if I sound a little bit rough today. I'm just getting over a cold, so that's what that's all about. But this is my fourth game in the complete every Pokemon series. So starts as any other does. The professor asks you if you're a boy or a girl. There's no non-binary option, so I choose the boy and I go with Peter as my name. As always, ask my rival's name, and as always, the rival is always Meth. No, it's actually Meg, and we are ready to set sail. Now, the second we step foot in our own house, Meg comes barging in. We chat a little bit. She runs around, checks on my PC, asking if it's my new PC. Well, obviously it is because it's right there. So downstairs, trying to avoid my mum, but of course she stops me before I go outside and tells me not to walk in the grass. I go on over to Meg's house. She runs into me. Then realises she forgot something and heads on back inside. So I follow her, and naturally I get my own back, go up in stairs, and one step, and she's gone. So I get my own back here. Oh, is this your new TV? Is this your new mum? And then I'm out of there. So up into the Route 201. Try to escape from my commitments like my father in these games because he's never around. Of course, they don't let me, so I'm forced to choose a starter, and I go with Piplup. A battle ensues with Meg as always. She chooses the one that is strong against me, but that doesn't matter to me because down goes Meg. Teleport back to my house. My mum's running around the kitchen. We have a little chat again here. She is talking about, I don't know whatever she's talking about. I don't ever tend to listen. And we go and see the lake, bit of sightseeing, find a blue-headed guy. I don't know what he's all about, and meet Dawn. Again, Meg runs into me. She needs to look where she's going, and runs off because she knows she's gonna face these hands. I get to name my penguin. I call him Club, of course. We club the penguin, and head into the mart, buy some bowls. Very important. Spend all my pocket money there. Back to my house. Chat to my mum again. She tells me to rest up, and asks me if I'm gonna go on my adventure. Take a journal. Meg's mum comes and gives me a parcel because everybody in this game is lazy to do it for himself. I get taught how to catch a Pokemon for the millionth, trillionth time. Apparently you just scratch them one time and throw a ball at them, and that's all you need to know about catching Pokemon for those of you who don't know. Run into Dawn again as I make it to Jubilife, I believe. Jubilife City, right? I run into this strange old guy who's chatting to us, and I find Meg hiding in the school. I deliver the parcel from her mum, I should say. A couple of town maps, and she shares a love and gives me a town map also. I run into this clown, we chat for a little while, and he essentially tells me to go and find these clowns, which is not really a hide and seek. It's the worst game of hide and seek in the world because they're just chilling out in the open. Easy enough, find them, talk to all of them, and I go and talk to the clown again. He gives me a watch, and I change the screen to team screen on my watch. Battle Meg again. She goes down without too much difficulty. Just me and Club at this point in time. Make it to Fort Tree, whatever the hell, city. Meg's blocking the gym. Tells me that the leader's in the mine. But I first catch a Chop. Boom. There he is. She is, I should say. And I call her Subscribe, which is also an excellent idea if you haven't already. I catch a Zubat in the mine. Boom. Happy days. I call him Like, which is also another great idea if you haven't done that already. And I find this guy, he shows me how to break a rock. So quids in, I know how to catch Pokemon and break rocks now. Onto the gym now. I find the rock breaking master. I battle the trainer before that, and my club evolves. Hell yeah, into a bigger club. Happy days. Good old Piplup. Wants to learn Metal Claw, but I won't bore you with the details. Now I battle Rock, the rock smashing master. Strangely enough, he has a rock on his team. I just hope he doesn't ever lose his temper, because I can see what he does when he does lose his temper to rocks. An even bigger rock now, loads of rocks to break there. They all go down without too much difficulty. I chose club here, pit luck, because this gym was going to be easier, and this is my first game from this generation. So I just wanted to breeze through it as easy as possible, get it done and dusted. Grab my first gym. See these two blue-headed clowns here, chatting to Rowan and Dawn. I scare them off because, you know, BDE got that energy. They scare that and make it to Floroma Town. There's this blue-headed dude hanging out in front of the Valley Windworks, and he hides inside, locks the door. So I tiptoe through the tulips and find this couple of twins. They're harassing the bald guy, scare them off because, again, they're BDE, and it gives me the work key, which allows me into there, and I battle a red-headed lady who I can't remember the name of. Chat for a little bit, battle, and she gone. Talk to this guy now, and then I think his daughter comes in at the end there. I can't remember her name either, but let's call it Eva actually. We double battle for the forest, and I make it to the next gym, grass gym. I believe this was a little bit of a struggle for me. I had Zubat, but he didn't have any flying type moves, and you can see there she actually blacks me out the first time around. Now I catch Silicoon, call her Grass Killer, thinking that I'll be able to learn a flying type move, and Bidoof. I actually call him Arceus, but I'm an idiot and I can't spell the name right, so if you get an opportunity to see that later, then you see how I can spell Arceus. So defeat the gym, chop a tree, and make it into this galactic building here. Take out a pink haired lady without too much difficulty. Chop to another bold old guy, turns out he's the master of cycling, and because I saved him, he gives me a bicycle. So I catch a Ponyta here in the grass under the bridge there. Call her Butt Stallion. Shout out if you know what that reference is from. Happy days, sent into the box. On my way out, I grab a Gligar. I didn't really plan my team. Call her a Batgirl. I didn't really plan my team in this game. These Pokemon just popped out to me, such as Bronzor. These popped out to me and I grabbed them. Call him Bellfriend, because he, when he evolves, he looks like a bell, and he's going to be a great friend. Actually was a pretty good Pokemon. Like I said, I didn't plan my team. These Pokemon popped out to me, and I think I made some pretty good selections. So on to now the Ghost type gym. So I battle my way through and go head to head. I'm glad I picked up Bellfriend here, because it makes all but light work of Ghost types being a Psychic type. Except he does actually get taken out there. Is what it is. Down goes my Zubat. Subscribe comes out. Obviously she got Psychic. He's weak to Psychic. He goes down. Club comes out. Tries to take her on. Takes Miss Smagius out. Batgirl comes out just a stall so I can use some potions here. They go down. Club comes back out, gets slept. Wakes up and wrecks the Haunter. And she goes down. Happy days. I make my way to, I think it's Celestial Town. Why not? Not much to see there. Run from Veilstone, grab myself the Razor Fang, and take on the fighting type gym. Subscribe evolves at some point during this gym. So, hey, hoorah. Look at them guns. Got the gun show. Subscribe if you haven't already. And Batgirl also evolved because it was night time at the time, and you only got to stick that Razor Fang on and level up one time. So, happy days. Back into the fighting type gym now. I think there was a day in between doing these things, and get wiped out. Now I know that flying type is good on fighting, so I go to the grinding sheet and get myself a Golbat. I had the Soothe Bell on him this whole time, so I expected him to evolve in a Crobat pretty soon, but I didn't think he did as soon as I would like. So I just take him in as a Golbat. Wing attack, super effective of course, misses the Rock Tomb, which I was grateful for, and takes down the Medicham, I think it was. Machoke comes out, wing attack, takes one, focus energy, takes two wing attacks, super effective, and he is down. Belfriend levels up, nice one. Lucario is always going to be a pain because steel typing will resist those physical attacks, but 2 wing attacks in, 1 being a critical, and I would have to evolve, but he's got some good bulk here. Does my like, if you haven't done so already. Got some good bulk, but doesn't survive the 3 hits this time around. Belfriend comes out, should be an easy cleanup. Obviously he's weak to fighting, but he just ain't got that much oomph in his punch just yet. So I have to evolve up my Golbat. Luckily hangs on with 2, meaning I can get a full healing and then a clean switch out because he takes me out with Force Palm. Send on in my like and survive a Metal Claw, get a wing attack in, survive a second Metal Claw, get a second wing attack in, and I realise he outspeeds and I'm going to die real quick. But Stallion comes in just to take some attacks while I get some potions in. Now if this was a run where I couldn't use potions, I'd be doomed, especially when I get to the Elite Four, which you will see. They're super effective, them potions, and those revives, but it did save me having to grind. So I think it's Maylene, is it? She goes down. Yeah, Maylene. And I find Looker again, I believe it is. We chat for a little bit. He takes me inside of this building and points out that there's Fly just sitting right there. Happy days. I don't think they do that down in Peril. But down to Pastoria City now. Find Meg out front, or at least she runs into me when I'm trying to go into the gym. But it's enough to get my like to evolve to a Crobat. Hey hey, happy days. Now, the next gym is the water type gym, and my god, Cheater Wake is a real son of a gun, let me tell you. So it was mostly this Gyarados that you see here was a real pain in my tuchus. He obviously blacks me out there. I thought I'll catch a Quagsire. Quagsire might be able to help me take on that Gyarados, but that didn't really work out too well for me, as you can see. So yeah, again, I must have tried this so many times. So I thought I'd catch a Tangler. He would definitely help me against the Gyarados. And Babaro, he'll be resistant to water, being a water type himself. Maybe he'll help me against Gyarados. And the Tropius, I thought, yeah, I ain't got a decent grass type on my team. So I grab a Tropius and I call her Barb. Barba. Not really, just Barb. I have to make some tough decisions here. So I actually end up dropping my Subscribe and my Butt Stallion, because I decided to replace Butt Stallion with Houndour, which was also a pain because he must be like a 5% chance encounter, but he also has Roar. So I weaken him twice, he roars me, and I'm back to grinding in the grass for ages. But fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. So I slept him once I found him, hypnotised him with me Belfriend, and call him Doom. Add him to my team. Happy days. Back to Cheater Wake now. Thinking I got Tropius on my team, we're going to be set. Which you'll see doesn't really work out the way that I think. So Tropius comes out, couple of Razor Leafs, but Razor Leaf doesn't do half as much damage as I thought. But then Gyarados flinches me, not twice, not 3 times. No, it was 3 times actually. But Barb comes back out now. We use Razor Leaf again. He bites. Whirlwind just to try it at flinch. Bite again. Use Sweet Scent. I don't know why. Probably because I'm desperately just trying to do anything at this point. Use a Super Potion. Bites again. Now this is why I call him Cheater Wake, because how many times can you flinch somebody with Bite in one battle? See, there's another flinch. What's that, like 5 times now? On one Pokemon. So yet again he wipes me out. So back to the grind. I level up and evolve Doom, get my Houndour, and happy days, and I'm back to the fight. Now I was grinding off stream, so this jumps in a little bit, But what I managed to do was find Toxic and teach that to my and this is the only way I could have actually done this battle. I think it would have been so much more difficult, and it was so much more difficult before I had Toxic, because of course now I can just Toxic Gyarados and stall him out until he dies. And the same with Floatzel, get that Toxic off, which I think the MVP of this game would be Crobat. Crobat and Toxic, what a hell of a combination. I wouldn't have done Elite Four without that combination, to be honest. So some of my Pokemon I was surprised about, like Bellfriend, was coming real handy in this game, which also surprised me. But Crobat and Toxic is just a deadly combination. So level up, what the hell am I talking about? Heal up my there, but he isn't needed because Barb comes in with a 4 times effective grass against Quagsire. So down he goes. Now I've been stumbling over some words and stuff today, but my god, I've been watching the regionals 2023 of Pokemon, and Jesus Christ, there's going to be a lot of people getting sacked because they can't speak tidy either. They keep tripping over their words constantly. So anyway, Symphony gives me a secret potion. I give that secret potion to Psyduck, which then she appears immediately after, making me think that she could have done it herself. She gives me an old charm to deliver to her Nan, which I guess she's just a lazy woman. A blue-headed dude comes in when I'm getting my history lesson from the legendaries in this region. He goes down and Bellfriend evolves. Happy days. Now he's the true Bell that we always wanted him to be. Good old Bellfriend. Get the HMO3, which is of course Surf, and she leads me to my devices. On to Canalave City now. I take on out Meg again because she bumps into me on the bridge, and I backtrack, grab Flamethrower from Ironworks, and I can take on this dude, Steel type. Now with Flamethrower in hand, my Doom makes light work of this gym, to be honest. He just flattened everything, which is a good bit of grinding for him because, as you can see, he is quite underleveled compared to where he's supposed to be, but of course weak to ground, so he goes down. But Club comes out to finish off Steelix, couple of Surfs. I don't know what I'm doing here, I must have been thinking hard about what to do. But another Surf comes in and down goes Steelix, and Club levels up. See, now almost like 9 levels difference, but of course he's weak to water. I mean, I'm weak to ground too, but Club hangs in there and takes him out with Surf. So happy days. See ya. I bought the SS Anne. It's not the SS Anne, but it's a Chinese knockoff of SS Anne. I'll run my way through the Iron Island. I'll spare you the boring details here. We team up with Riley, I think it is, and we run through the cave, double battles all the way, back on the knockoff SS Anne, and find Meg outside of a library. This is the first time I've ever stepped foot in a library, but while we're there having a coffee morning, we hear a big noise, and this is the result. Now there's more questions here than answers. I don't know why the stairs under a lake. I don't know how you can explode a lake. I don't know why there's only Magikarp here. And I don't know why the cave entrance is so low, because when it's water level, it's also level with the water. When the water's there, so I don't know. But I take out the blue-headed dude that's hanging out in the cave, and go to the next lake, take out the next red Power Ranger. She didn't stand a chance, and I worked my way through Mount Cornet onto 216 up to Snowpoint City, run through the ice gym. Now again, isn't really too much difficulty with old Flamethrower on my Doom, although Sneasel somehow hangs just about in there, enough to stick a Hyper Potion on. But I survive the next hit, and they go down. Piloswine comes out. I don't stand a chance. Well, my little bit of HP, but he's weak to water, so I water him down, and a Bomber Snow comes out. Now, of course, 4 times weak to fire. I had to get my Doom evolved. What do I keep saying evolved? Revived and leveled up, healed up. God damn it, I'm an idiot. And then Frostlass, she goes down without too much difficulty again. Flamethrower for the absolute win. So only the win of this ice type gym. Onto the next leg, there's a pink Power Ranger here now, chatting to Meg by the lakeside. I don't know what they were talking about because I can't read. But she clears off after she sees me coming in with my BDE, and I take on the Galactic headquarters. Work my way up to the top onto the blue Power Ranger now, and he goes down without too much difficulty. Now, every battle I've had with this dude has been easy enough. I find the Lake Guardians, it's been real easy. But then in this distortion world, it suddenly jumps difficulty way harder, way faster, which was surprising, because there's also a lot of, but we'll get to that. Take out the other two Power Rangers now and jump into the distortion world. Well, down here I find the Lake Guardian spirit things and offer in my my balls, push them into the holes for them, and that's all that they wanted from me. So like I say, the blue Power Ranger now has suddenly jumped in difficulty, and a goddamn Gyarados. I swear this game has made me hate Gyaradoses, because he wipes me out. I have to backtrack all the way through Mount Cornet, all the way through the distortion road, just to rebattle him. Which I do, and then I get my chance to battle Giratina. Now he wipes out my team. Once I get down to the last Pokemon, I figure hell with it, and I just Master Ball him. Because again, I ain't backtracking if I have to kill him. So I name him accordingly. Yeah, because after he broke so many Ultra Balls, they're 1,200 quid a pop, and he was just bursting out of them like they were nothing. And I must have used like 15 on him. So Master Ball it is, get him done and dusted, and out the way with. Now the electric type gym doesn't stand too much chance against Batgirl or Earthquake. At least you would think so, because it goes down to a Luxray, second Pokemon, but of course revives and potions exist. So she gets back up to full health like nothing ever happened. Now Battlefriend had an amazing moveset in that I can sleep with Hypnosis and Confuse Ray, and this come in massive handy for a lot of Pokemon if they're annoying to deal with, because also Battlefriend's kind of hard to take out of his steel typing, so he can hang in there, sleep them, confuse them, and it was just a great moveset to have. So down goes the electric type gym with Volkner. So happy days, gives me the charge beam I think it was, and I make my way to Victory Cave. A little bit of a hard thinking there. I'm victorious from Victory Road, and I make my way to the Pokemon League. Now, this first Meg has now the champion isn't your rival in this game, so of course they gotta get one last battle in before you go and be victorious. So my difficulty was I had a fire type, but he's weak to bug, because of course fire is good on bug, but not if you're a dark type. So this added a little bit of difficulty, and you'll see later my one water type was also steel, so when you'd think water's good on fire, but fire and steel don't really match up too well. So I could have really thought about this team a little bit harder, but as you can see, just surf down, Drapion there, he goes down, Heracross comes out, gets me over close combat. Heracross was a real pain I think, but get a Sludge Bomb in, get the poison, which is always good. Doom comes in, but takes a Mega Horn, and down he goes. And then I send in my Bellfriend, good old Bellfriend, but he goes down in one hit also. I could have done a bit of grinding, but after playing the other games, I really was against grinding for hours, because it is no fun. Vesper Queen comes out, Rock Slide I think it was, takes her out, and then Yan Mega comes out, takes a Rock Slide, and he goes down. Scizor catches an Earthquake and goes down as well. So I was surprised that the first one went so well in retrospect, but yeah, it was alright. Now Whiscash now, of course being water ground is a bit of a pain, but Hippowdon comes out, he goes down with a Surf, so that wasn't too bad either. Now I know exactly how difficult this thing is to take on, so it does present a little bit of difficulty for me, especially with the move set he has, being like Ice Fang and Thunder Fang. He can counter pretty much anything you throw at him. But so that Batgirl gets frozen to an Ice Fang, goes down in 2 hits. My club comes out here, takes an Earthquake, survives it. I get an Avalanche off, but it's not quite enough, and I go down to an Earthquake. Send in like, just so I can heal up my club. Like's taking hits pretty well actually, all things considered, but he does eventually go down. Club comes back out, catches an Earthquake, and is enough to take that dude out. Golem now, easy sweep, 4 times weak to water, and Rhyperia much the same, easy sweep, 4 times weak, goes down to a Surf. Now, like I say, again, I was surprised at this point, thinking it's my first attempt and I've got 2 Elite 4 in, but my luck will soon catch up with me. This was my second attempt actually, doing this dude. So, take the first, Houndoom down with a Earthquake. Now, Magmortar was a real pain. This is actually what wiped out my team the first time. But get a Surf, pops a Berry, I send in Barb just so I can heal up. Like I say, Revives and Hyper Potions come in clutch for the Elite Four, and I wouldn't have done the Elite Four without them. It's a cheesy strategy, but it's a strategy all the same. Now go ahead and hit that like button if you like my strategy, and dislike the video if you think it's pure cheese and I should have just done it on my own fruition. But anyway, Club catches a Earthquake, Inferno catches a Surf. We will pop some potions, another Earthquake now, but it was long enough to get my Batgirl back into full health. Send out an Earthquake, but it's not quite enough. But the recall does take her out, take the Inferno out onto Rapidash, and of course I don't know why I said like that, of course I need my Batgirl for this one as well. So like stalls while I heal up and revive. I catch critical hit, but luckily hangs on by 5 and takes him out. Flareon now, drop a Hyper Potion on Batgirl, catches an Earthquake, but unfortunately takes Batgirl down. So I use this time to, even though he's weak to fire, he actually lasts in there quite a while. So I use this time now to heal up my team, just catch a Will-O-Wisp, which isn't the end of the world. Like I say, takes a super effective move, but takes him pretty well. Now Flareon's already lowered his special attack pretty good, so I'm able to last in there a good few turns. So what did I do there? Try and land Hypnosis, which fails, and a Confuse Ray, which I think lands. But swapping the Batgirl and take on the Flareon. Onto Lucian. Mr. Mime comes out on her side, I don't know, their side. I mean, these days you can't assume anything anyway. Mr. Mime takes me down, but and 4 stalls, come in with Batgirl, Scizor. Mr. Mime isn't much of a fan of that. Espeon comes out, Psychic. Now I'm not even weak to Psychic with Batgirl, but goddamn, these Psychics be mad. But survival 1 HP, managed to take the Espeon out, send in Doom, which on paper should have been a great matchup against Bronzong, but it didn't quite work out that way. His just happens to have Earthquake, so my Bellfriend didn't stand a chance. But just try to get that Surf in there, and it is enough to take out the Bronzong. Glade comes out on their side, and I'm just using this time to revive and heal up. Hey, I got it first time, got it right first time, but god damn it, I'm going to blame the cold for why I can't speak today. So Batgirl is taking blows, Leaf Blade of course, but Batgirl is probably a close second MVP, if Crobat being the first of my team in this playthrough. But yeah, she's taking hits like an absolute champ, and I managed to get the X-Scissor off, which isn't quite enough, but given that she can take a good couple of hits, just pop a potion and finish the Glade off. Alakazam comes out now, quick, powerful, but not very defensive at all, but is quick enough and powerful enough to take Batgirl out. I'm just down a Barb, the most useless Pokemon on my team, who really, I would have had an empty slot, it would have been better than having Barb. Pop the old max revive to save two, not using 2 turns and using the 1 to get revived and fully healed. Catch a focus blast from Alakazam, and a psychic, but hangs in with just 4 HP. So I know I ain't gonna outspeed. I use the opportunity to heal up Doom, which in turn gives me a chance to heal up Batgirl. Alakazam misses, so I can actually get a revive and a heal off, and I die to 1 psychic, which the first time he actually took 2 psychics, but it is what it is. Of course, Bellfriend is also psychic type, so he can last in there and take a couple of more hits while I get Batgirl to where she needs to be. And Bellfriend again now with a potion and charge. I just figured I'd just try and take the Alakazam out with Bellfriend, knowing that I've got a backup Pokemon in the back there. And of course, Cynthia, the champion, was the biggest pain in the world. I probably reset like 3 or 4 times until I figured out a good enough strategy. And it's a strategy that works, but like I say, more cheese in a dairy farm. So I get the Toxic off. I use Doom to use Embargo so that she can't full restore, because Spiritomb I figured was going to be the most annoying Pokemon to deal with because of his typing. Sends out a Milotic. I get the Toxic off again. Crobat goes down, but it's not too big of an issue because I got the Toxic off like I wanted to. So I use this time, considering Milotic can't really do much damage to my club, to revive and heal up my Pokemon. I just happened to miss a rock climb there, which of course allows Milotic to not actually die, but I get my leg back in and Toxic again. I swear the RNG in these games do cheat somewhat, because like the Milotic would have been down, but of course it just happens to miss, or they just happen to get a critical at the right time. There's no way I can prove it, but I'm sure Pokemon RNG do be cheating. So Milotic eventually goes down to the poison, to the Toxic there, and Garchomp comes out, which Garchomp outspeeds everything and is super duper powerful against everything. Also, he's way higher level than me, but I get Lycan there and I Toxic, and then I figure at this point with the Toxic off, I just really got to stall and just try and waste his turns down to let the Toxic take a hold. So my strategy here is just let the Toxic do its job and just keep my team alive one by one. Now the Garchomp does pop a berry, and I believe that she would have dropped the full restore on Garchomp if it wasn't for that berry, because popping that berry stalled me one more turn of Toxic, and of course it gets worse every round, so that it meant that the last Toxic was enough to take the HP, whereas I think they would have hung on if they didn't have that berry, because Toxic wouldn't have quite done enough. Now Lucario I'm kind of screwed because the Steel typing won't take to my Toxic at all, so I've actually got to use somewhat of a strategy here, but I managed to land an Earthquake, surviving with 2 HP, and it's enough to take down Lucario, so that was awesome. Toga Kiss, now I really didn't have much of a counter to her either, or him in this case, so I just get out and I drop a Toxic down, and then same strategy as before, just revives and full restores and hyper potions, and just let the Toxic do its job. I'm not really proud of this strategy, but like I say, it would have just been hours of grinding if I wanted to do it any other way, and it was getting late. By the time I'd done this battle, it was like midnight last night, and today being Sunday, I had to get this video edited and uploaded, so I was grateful for having managed to do it. But of course, Togekiss comes out with a full restore, which I did predict. So like gets back in there with a Toxic, and Togekiss can't quite one hit KO me. So I just keep my like in there and keep them nice and healthy. I must have really been thinking hard about what potion or revive to use here, because there was a little intermission. But level up, god damn it, heal up, like, and then gets back down to the red. Throw Club out there just for another stall tactic. Let Toxic take a hold once more. Send out Bellfriend. Send out another full restore, and luckily he goes down. Now onto the last Pokemon now, with Roserade. Bellfriend couldn't survive more than 2 hits, and I knew I was kind of screwed at this point. It was kind of tense. So I get down to like, I just figure out after just go for a fly, and she just survives in there. But luckily I'd confused, hurts herself with confusion, so no potion and no retaliation hit, and goes down Cynthia. Now here is my Hall of Fame. You're well familiar with these Pokemon by now, so I'm not even going to tell you. But yeah, Crobat MVP, and Gligar or Gliscor, whichever one of the two. I'd never actually used before, but I was definitely glad that I did. Great Pokemon. So if you've watched this far, you either already subscribed or I deserve you subscribe, so please do that. Please like. I'll see you on the next one. I'm going to start a new series, and it's Detective Pikachu next weekend, so thanks and bye.